Hi everyone, I'm here with the April energy report. Not quite as late as it was last month. It seems like I just did one, but that's because it took me halfway through March in order to be able to get that one out. So here we are on April the 6th, so I'm doing better this month. So I've connected again, as I always do, with the Council of Nine and with my true friend Henrietta to bring through a combined energy report of what they're both seeing. So I'm going to start with the Council of Nine and what they brought through, a little bit of my own thoughts on how the energy is feeling right now, and then I'll finish up with Henrietta and what she has brought through for us. So I'm sure that most of you are feeling what a lot of us are feeling, is that things don't seem like they're shifting or changing very much, and it seems like we'll be almost halfway through the year before that starts to happen. So the Council of Nine are saying that it's going to continue to feel like the crunch is on, or just like nothing is changing or moving forward. So I know for many of us, we feel like we're continuing to do our work, we're creating our dreams, putting our ideas together, but nothing really seems to be moving just yet, and I think the month of April is going to continue to feel like that. And they're asking for us to just align ourselves for the month of May when things will begin to open up. So just do what we can now to get ready for when things open up and start to flow. It's great to take this time now where things feel like they're moving a little slower to do all the preparation work, get all the foundations of what we want to sort of blossom and burst forth into the month of May. Prepare by being clear about what you want and how you will get there, and then let it go. So it's to be writing our lists or our visions of what it is we're going to create, be very clear on how we see that happening, and then the letting go piece is because we don't allow it to flow in. If we hang on to that, if we feel like we're the ones creating it, so really just be clear on what it is you're choosing to bring into your life experience. And then when we let go, the universe will just bring it to us when the time is right. So we create the vision and the universe delivers. Don't hang on, wishing and hoping. Let the universe know what you want, and then release it and wait for it to show up. Because, as many of you know, the more we are trying to hang on to something, or we want something, and we're trying to push and make it happen, we're actually pushing it away. So the balance is to just rest knowing that it's coming. Feel like challenging times with the weather adding to that. So definitely the long winter that we've been having in North America is adding to sort of the delay of feeling things opening up, and maybe that's just appropriate to keep us inside and creating the vision inside before it starts to burst forth out into the world. So their message really is to just be patient, to busy ourselves with activities that we enjoy so we can get through this month with the least amount of disconnection from spirit. So the more we stay in happiness and joy and doing things that we love, then the more we're allowing things to flow into our lives. If we fall into despair, if we let the weather get to us, if we let the fact that we're not seeing things moving very quickly, if we let it get us down, then what we're attracting is going to be of a denser energy than if we can just do things that keep us busy, things we enjoy, so that we're in more of that playful state, then we allow more to flow freely into our lives. That way, when it is ready to begin, for everything we're trying to create to come to us. Joy begets joy, so do whatever you can do to feel that right now. And I know as well that it's really important in these times to stay in the heart. I know in my own experience I've had situations that are showing me that I can connect with fear, or I can stay in the heart and connect with love. Some people are going automatically in fear and giving me the invitation to go there, and then I realize, no, this is about staying in the heart, always viewing the world from a place of love, of trust, of knowing that everything in our experience is either showing us something that we're ready to shift through, and so making this choice to stay in love is helping us get there, or showing us things that we've yet to grow into, and so it's still there, but just remember not to drop into fear in this time. Because when we drop into fear, we're going to create a whole different experience. So even in my move, there was one day when there was an ice storm here and I couldn't get into my new home and I hadn't been here very long, and so I wasn't feeling very settled, and then I couldn't even get in, and I went to look at the spare key and it wasn't where I thought it was going to be, and I was like, what is going on? And so I dropped into my heart and asked that question, and I was told that I was locked out of my own heart. There were things that happened and I moved out of my heart space, and this was my way of showing myself that so that I could very consciously step back and view everything from my spiritual feeling point of view. And every time we're judging someone, go back to the heart. In truth, we're judging ourselves. And love ourselves, and everything we look like love. So even if we believe that our experiences are something that needs to be fearful, that's not bringing love into our own experience. If we decide to focus on that fear, then we're not going to create a loving experience in our lives. We're going to create something that's going to show us more to be afraid of. So every moment is an opportunity to trust and know that we are always having the experiences that are in our highest good, to choose love so that we will see love in our world. So I'm going to shift on to Henrietta right now. And for those of you who don't know, I have been a channel for many years, and a couple of years ago found myself sitting at the base of a huge hemlock tree on a trail that I had just discovered not too long before that. And this tree, actually, I just sensed that the tree wanted to connect with me, and she's become a friend, really. I've received great wisdom from this tree, and I'm actually seeing this in my book called Conversations with a Tree. And her name, she calls herself Henrietta, and this is what she has to add for the energy report this month. She's saying that there's much unrest and upheaval in the world right now, and the sensitives are feeling it. For those of us who sometimes we're aware that something feels uncomfortable, it doesn't really seem like it's our own, and we're not really sure what that is, and so that's often feeling other things that are happening in the world and on the earth. Many are feeling like there's a pending doom, or just an emptiness, nothing to grab onto, that groundlessness in a sense, which I think many people are feeling right now. It is a void in a sense that is leading to a great shift. The shift will only come to those who have been doing their work of healing. Those who are ready to see nothing but love in the world will begin to feel it in the month of May. April is a holding time. It's a time of being in anticipation of what is to come. Those who see fear and hardship will find more of that as well. As you move further into your new evolution as humans, you will see that you are creating more of what you focus on at a faster rate. So I'm sure many of you know that we as humanity are shifting and changing. And as we go through this evolution, we are creating ever faster. And so that's why it's so important for us to stay in life, to be very aware of our thoughts and what we're giving our focus and our attention to. She's saying this is why so much of my work is about self-love. If you don't know about my love notes, you can go to my website and sign up for those. And every weekday I send out just a short message that reminds us what love looks like in our lives, and which channeling work is about love as well. It's critical in these times if you are going to have a joyous life. So just wait out the month of April and dream about what you will do when the sun shines. And that's her message. And so it's kind of crazy for me to think that, the end of this month, we're almost halfway through the year, and it will just feel like things are beginning to open up. But I have a feeling that in the month of May, it's going to be like, it's going to happen so fast that we're going to have to do all we can to keep up with it. So it's going to make up for lost time, I think, for those of us who are visioning and preparing and being clear on what it is we are choosing to have in our lives, and doing the healing work so that we do know that we deserve to have love in our lives, and we are willing to embrace the qualities that will bring into our lives. So the healing work is always important to make sure that we don't believe that we deserve good things in our lives, we're not going to allow it to come in. So that's easy. So that is it for April. Basically, it's like wait and see month. Keep yourself busy with things that you enjoy doing. Keep your vision alive. Keep your dreams alive, and imagine and play with everything that you'd like to do in your life, and then just rest and know that when the timing is perfect, it will show up. So thanks again for joining me for the energy report. I invite you to check out the link to my website below, and also the many other videos that I have on YouTube, lots of meditations that people find very helpful for different things that are happening in their lives. So, I'll talk to you soon.